Hello, it's Riaz here, and today I want to talk to you a little bit about something that personally hindered my ability to progress for quite a while, and I didn't realize it at the time, but believe it or not, I was extremely stubborn during most of my 20s, and I think that's normal during our 20s and our teenage years at least, to kind of think we're always right, to think that we know what we're doing and that our shit doesn't stink. But the reality is, the faster you can get past being stubborn, the better your life is going to be. And so what today is about is recognizing signs that we ourselves are stubborn, and B, what we can essentially do about being stubborn. So the first thing that I want to say about being stubborn is recognize that humans, the way we're wired, the way we're made up, is often more similar than we'd realize. And so the things that set us off or that will upset us, anger us, make us happy can be quite similar from person to person. Now, yes, we are nurtured through our environment and our experiences, but fundamentally, we can be stubborn by thinking that the universe revolves around us. And the first thing to recognize is, are you focused mostly on what is in it for you, what you're gonna get? I know to a certain extent, of course, we have to look out for ourselves, and we have to think, how am I gonna be affected by certain situations? But that being said, how much of your attention is going towards providing value to other people? And when you're doing that, is there an inherent undertone that what you're doing for other people is actually something that you're doing for yourself? Because what I find is that if your agenda is always focused on how something is going to ultimately improve your life, although improving your life is certainly important, the more time you spend focused on that, the more stubborn we ultimately will end up being, because something has to give. We have to take at the expense of giving to someone else. So what worked for me very well was to start listening to other people, to what they had to say, to getting feedback, to actively seeking out feedback, going and finding it, and realizing that we have a lot to learn. We're all still stubborn. I'm still stubborn to a certain extent, but we realize over time that as we mature, we need to start listening more, learning more, and the faster that we can actually do that, the faster we can get feedback from other people, the quicker we will grow as an individual and become less stubborn. Now, what is the consequence? You're probably wondering, what is the negative impact of being stubborn? Well, what I've learned over the last 5 years at least is that you need other people to improve your life. You can measure statistics, you can do a million tasks, you can sit behind a spreadsheet and look at and analyze data, you can perform tasks. But at the end of the day, it's all about how you make other people feel versus what you necessarily do for them. That being said, you want to obviously make sure that your substance is matching how you make them feel, but people are really what's going to help bridge the gap between what you want and what you have. So, why you should stop being stubborn is because it's going to improve your life in a way where you are seen and perceived as being open-minded from other people. B, it will actually sincerely help you because of the fact that you are learning and you're progressing, because you are listening more. And finally, how you make other people feel is more important than actually the tasks that you do and the data that you analyze. So start reaching out, making relationships with other people, listening to their advice, giving them advice, making it a two-way street, and don't make it all about us. Don't make it all about you or me. make it about other people and how you can add value. What I've noticed is the more value you provide to others, the more you will get back in return. Very cliche karma, of course, but that being said, the more you give, the more you actually get back. And it starts with being open-minded, listening more, realizing that we're not always correct about everything. And it's really going to be your own personal journey to getting better, to getting smarter, and being able to provide more value to other people. And so being stubborn, it's a reputation killer. It will destroy how you're perceived by other people, and ultimately it really comes down only to how other people perceive you. If they see you as someone open-minded that they can work with, they are going to want to work with you. And if not, if you're perceived as someone who is stuck in their ways, who is not open-minded, who's closed to new ideas, and who is quick to judge, then you're going to be put into a box as someone that is not cooperative and who is not willing to work with other people, and subsequently other people are not going to want to work with you. So I hope this helps, because this was one thing for me, that once I realized I was being stubborn, that I thought I was always right, that I didn't think my ideas were bad at all. Once I started to realize that I was being stubborn and rectifying that part of my life, I started to grow exponentially, incrementally, and so I suggest start today. My name is Riaz Sidi. If you have a topic that you would like to hear me cover in a video in the future, you can email me at riazcd@riazcd.com. Yes, it's my first name, last name, at my first name, last name.com. I'm going to put it here so that you can see it, and reach out to me, send me an email. Tell me what you want to cover. Tell me your experience with this topic, and in a future video, I will do a video for you. Hope you have a great day. Stay positive, and I will see you next week.